When I'm working with a veteran and we need a medical opinion for their claim, quite often the veteran will have a doctor, their primary doctor, who's willing to write that opinion for them. And most of the time, when they're willing to do that, they're willing to do it for free. So the question becomes, why would a veteran ever pay a couple $1,000s for an opinion when they can get one for free from their primary provider? Well, the number one thing to remember is that you need an opinion that will get the job done. And all the free opinions in the world aren't going to help if they aren't going to get the job done. Now, of course, it depends on the specific facts of your case, exactly what you need the opinion to do, and also how much time and effort your doctor is willing to put into the process to get you that opinion. Now, it may not be obvious the first time you think about it, but that free opinion from your providing doctor may not actually help you. First, I want to say I'm incredibly grateful to any doctor who wants to do this for their patient. I mean, they know their patient's a veteran. They've heard all of the things about the VA and the VA process and how difficult it is, and they're willing to provide some of their time and expertise to try and help their patient. But the problem is, your doctor probably doesn't understand the VA system. They probably don't know that they have to say certain things and that they have to say some of those things in very specific ways. And even if your doctor has experience in other legal areas, like car crashes or workers' compensation, the legal standard for causation in VA disability claims is different than all of those. And if your doctor hasn't done it before, they really may not know what they're getting into. For example, some doctors think that all they need to do is put a note in the medical treatment record that says, yeah, this patient has this condition, they're a veteran, and I think the condition was caused by their military service. And the doctor doesn't know why that's not good enough. I mean, they're the treating doctor. Why wouldn't that be good enough? My patient, I see him all the time. And even for doctors who know that they need to provide more detail and more information, they still, again, don't understand exactly how they need to say it. Now, I have no doubt that any doctor can learn how to write a letter, an opinion letter, so that it has the greatest and best impact it can possibly have on a veteran's disability claim. The problem is somebody has to explain to them how to do it, and they have to know that they need to learn it and be willing to learn it. The vast majority of the time, this falls on the veteran. The veteran themselves may not understand what the opinion needs to do. They may not understand exactly what the doctor needs to say or put in the letter. And even if the veteran does know all of those things, they may not know how to explain that to their doctor. Now, for the veterans that I work with, I try to help out as best I can. I'll give them a letter, usually to give to their doctor, that explains what we need the opinion to do. I will also, in the letter, say to the doctor, call me whenever. I'm happy to answer any questions. But the main problem is your doctor offered to do something for free out of the goodness of their heart, and you're coming back to them saying, thank you, but it also needs to say all of this, and you need to fix it so it reads this way instead of that way. You end up with a doctor who is thinking, I tried to do something nice for my patient, and now my patient's coming back to me with all of these things they want me to do and add to it. I've got this letter from their lawyer that I don't have time to read. And you essentially end up with a doctor who regrets offering to help in the first place. And that's a situation that nobody wants. Now, you might be thinking, it's going to be worth it. After all, this is the doctor who is treating me. And therefore, that doctor's opinion will carry much more weight on my disability claim. And that may be true in the real world and in other areas of the law, but it is not true in VA disability claims. By law, the VA is not allowed to give your treating doctor's opinion more weight just because it's your treating doctor's opinion. So back to the original question. Should you ask your doctor to do this? What I tell the veterans that I'm working with is that, first of all, you know your doctor better than I ever will. I explain to them what we need the opinion to do, and if they think their doctor will do it, then they approach the doctor and will try to see if they'll do it. I help how I can. I'll usually provide a letter that helps explain things to the doctor. I make myself available for a phone call in the letter, and we do it that way. But I tell my clients, don't lean on the doctor so much that you're, damaging that relationship. But if you're starting to see that the doctor is like a little hesitant, maybe back off. Maybe that's not the way we should go about getting the opinion we need. The other thing that's very important is if your doctor does this, you still have to look at that opinion with a critical eye and ask yourself, does it do what we need it to do? And if it doesn't, you still need an opinion, and you've got to get it from somewhere. Either you're going back to your doctor, asking them to change some things or fix some things, or you're going to get an opinion from somewhere else. I feel like I need to say in this opinion, when I'm talking about explaining to a doctor what they need to say, I am only talking about expressing things in, the VA's language, for lack of a better word. I never pressure a doctor on the actual medical side of their opinion. And you shouldn't either. The doctor's medical opinion needs to be their opinion. What we're talking about here is how they structure it so that the VA understands it. And that's it. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like me to help you with your VA disability claims, you can reach out to me through the links below. I'm Al Walsh, a veteran who likes to help other veterans. Thanks for watching.